subjects are we getting?
Maths, natural science.
My feeling when I got my scholarship, it was really amazing because I just knew that my life was going to change. There was more hope, to be honest.
The high schools around here, they have a bad reputation for fights and dropouts. It's not the kind of high school I would want to go to.
The degree to which students are let down by the system is profound. And so our scholarship program is kind of it's a plan B and a void where plan A doesn't seem to work. And plan B can go a long way before we run out of steam. So SAILI started in 1995. It started with the agenda of essentially saying, let's take corrective action to the cumulative effects of apartheid education. So we worked off a mandate that said, kids have essentially been deprived access to professional fields. In what ways can we remedy that?
Morning, grade 9s. Have a seat quietly, please.
Primary schools are much more affordable, and there are very many more decent primary schools than there are high schools. We're faced with a scenario where strong kids, they've done all the right stuff for 7 years of schooling, and without additional support, they cannot continue. So what we found to be our most effective program was student support, high school, particular focus on talent. So talented students identified sufficiently early and placed in strong schools could reach expected levels of success.
You guys need me to explain 1.7 because
Primary school staff will shortlist students for us. From that pool, we then have places for 30 kids.
I was in grade 7 when I started applying for scholarships. I felt so proud of myself. I was ecstatic because it meant that if my marks were good enough to get into SAILI, then it would be good enough to get into a good high school.
The objective is essentially to link a talented kid with proven performance with a school with a track record.
We're going to do some practice today. We're going to ignite the magnesium, which is very exciting.
Basic aim is to provide top quality schooling to kids from disadvantaged backgrounds. SAILI did contact us. We also knew about them and were keen to partner with them. Their networks and their testing are well developed and are good at identifying the right kind of pupil.
That is bright.
The fact that they sponsor kids who otherwise wouldn't be able to pay our school fees means we get in that extra little bit of money that is really, really can make a difference in this establishment.
Being a single mom, it's very difficult. I believe that the future is the education. Without education, I'm sitting where I'm sitting here today, and it's very difficult.
We have a significant impact on the primary schools that the kids come from. For those teachers, the principals who see talent, it's not hard for them to pick these kids out. But if they know they're going on to a broken school next door, it's desperately demotivating. And so when we go in and say, no, sorry, we're short, but we'll be back next year, it's tough.
SAILI gave her the opportunity to be at that school. I never would have been able to manage it on my own. And because of them, she is also studying harder.
So we all scrutinize students' performance records. We take an interest in how they choose their subjects. We do career coaching. We put kids on job shadows.
I appreciate the fact that SAILI looks holistically at maths and science and English ability, but also at things like grittiness and determination and those other harder to determine values, but probably things that are more crucial.
I want there to be access to quality schooling at a low price point. And if we can help demonstrate that that's possible, and in some cases achieve it by supplying low-cost quality schools with talented kids, then one begins to prove that a low price point or poverty-stricken community isn't necessarily a justification for poor performance. Our current vision is one of increased size of our scholarship program. This could be a program of 1,000 without any difficulties. We've had over 500 kids come through our scholarship program. The majority of them have gone on to science and industry degree programs. Many of them are now employed. Our most recent matric cohort, 100% bachelor's pass, 100% matric pass. Our maths averages would have put us in the top 10 of schools in the Western Cape without attending any of those schools and selecting students they wouldn't have taken.
Obviously, I will pass my matric very well and then go to university and then finish my education and work. And like now, I'm a role model to my brother and sister. They look up to me, so they follow my footprints.
I'm really hoping to get into a good university so that I could become an independent and successful woman.
She's got my backing all the way, whatever I can do for her, and I believe SAILI is there for her all the way.